I've clicked go live. I believe that we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's been way too long. I am Quinn, the GM, joined here by the one and only Fantasy Haven. Hello. Welcome. Welcome back to the channel.
Hey, I'm back. We haven't live streamed in a minute.
Yes. I think last time on my channel was like beginning of August, so it has been a while, but we have stuff to talk about now because things are happening, which is great.
Um, sorry, I've gone quiet because the video's playing in my ear, like the live stream is playing in my ear, and I've closed the tab and the noise is still playing, so I'm hearing like two Quins at the same time.
Oh God, that's
and
my
now
nightmare.
I'm hearing my own voice. Oh God, this is horrible. Oh my God, stop. Where is that coming from? Is there a different... Oh my God, is there a different...
So while Haven is dealing with the voices, I'll introduce what we're doing today. So what we're doing, it's inspired by another video that I'd seen where people had done this for like the next Super Smash Bros. Game. We're making a prediction bingo card for A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, this new adaptation of the Dunk and Egg stories that is coming to HBO. I almost said next month, but it is still November. I keep forgetting that. It is post-Thanksgiving, which means it is officially Christmas. But it's going to be fun. So we're going to go through and discuss things that we expect to happen in this show and kind of put it on a bingo card. And then we will be filling this out as we go because we'll probably be streaming for each episode as it happens, as the season happens. I believe it starts on January 18th and we'll go from there. But yeah, no, it's not going to be just like strictly, you know, things that are going to happen that we know are going to happen. It's more kind of adaptational changes and things that they might do with the show generally that is less certain. But with that said, I should also say this stream will contain spoilers for The Hedge Knight, the first Dunk and Egg story. So if you want to go into this show completely unspoiled, I would click off, like the video, but click off, also subscribe to myself in Fantasy Haven. And you'll also note that the top row of this bingo card I have saved for Super Chat predictions. So if you have a prediction you'd like to see up on this bingo card, let us know. We could end up filling it in there. If we get more than 5, we'll have to probably select the best. But yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Are you okay, Mr. Haven?
The voices have gone.
Excellent.
I took my meds.
Good.
Thank you,
Aaron.
there was like a hidden tab that the stream was on that I couldn't find, and I was just hearing. Oh my God, it was horrific. It's all good now. I'm back. I'm officially here. Hey everyone, how's it going? You can now enjoy the stream because I've returned.
Exactly.
Right. Should we get cooking then? Should we get cooking?
We should. Do you have any initial? We should start with the free space. What's something that we think is 110% going to happen?
Dunk will be Irish.
That's too easy. We already know that.
Oh, it has to be something that we don't
Something
know.
that we basically know but don't know.
Okay. Unconfirmed. Dunk will punch Aryan. How about that?
Yeah, maybe.
Right, because that's not confirmed.
It's not confirmed, but it is the inciting incident of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Let's go with that then. Let me fill that in for you.
Thank you. Yeah, you're our guy in the chair for this stream.
I am the guy in the chair. There we go. Oh no. We need capitals on all. There we go.
True.
There, make it professional.
Clickbait it.
Ooh, very nice. Ooh.
Perfect. Oh, that fits perfectly. I forget. Have you done anything Dunk and Egg on your channel yet?
I haven't. No, I've mentioned the Dunk and Egg stories in passing during I think my Blackfire video, right? Back in the day, like 2 years ago. But no, I haven't done anything about those novellas. There's not much more to add really that other people haven't talked about. But obviously, I'll be doing reviews when it comes out, and I'll have some videos, some lore videos prepped that will hopefully link in with the series in some way, right? Like I suspect Lionel Baratheon is going to be a bit of a fan favorite,
yes.
So I'm going to have a Baratheon video prepared in advance because I think people are going to be getting hyped about the stags again.
Did I hallucinate
in a long time?
Did I hallucinate that you did a Fossilway video?
Yes, you are hallucinating.
Okay.
As am I, apparently. There's something in the water. No, a Fossilway video would be like 30 seconds long. What would I say?
I love the Fossilways.
Oh no, they're awesome. But I'm saying, what would I say? I'd be like,
I think
oh,
you could like
boom.
track their like future trajectory in different conflicts. Maybe I don't know. I like the Fossaways.
It could be a short, I guess. I could do a Fossaway short.
That's a. Have you ever done a short?
No, I need to. It would be good. It would fit my channel well because I could just pick really minor houses that I don't have too much to say about and just do a fun little like, this is house fucking Crackle and just like a little.
Everybody loves House Crackle.
Yeah, my boy Strongbow.
Yeah. We do already have a super chat from a channel of Ice and Fire who I saw posted a video today. Thank you for donating. He says, hey guys, glad to hear my favorite Song of Ice and Fire chaps at it on Dunk and Egg. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving, Quinn. I'm very excited for the show, particularly Mykar and the other Targaryens. I am too. And I did have a good Thanksgiving. Did you see my tweet yesterday?
I didn't know.
I was talking to my uncle, and he like read the books in 2008.
Oh no, I did see this.
He was talking about like Dario out of nowhere, and like he was disappointed in like how much of Essos's culture really wasn't shown in the show.
He remembered that Dario had a blue beard.
Yes, and gold teeth. Does he have
gold teeth?
A bizarre moment, or a gold tooth, I think.
He has a gold mustache.
That too. Yeah,
that is wild.
All right,
what my Thanksgiving dinner was like?
Nando's, I assume.
I just didn't have one. Don't celebrate it.
Shame. Yeah, that's fair.
We're not grateful for anything in the UK, so
that
of course
tracks.
We're not going to celebrate.
Do you want to give your first prediction here?
Let's do it. Also, yeah, we already shouted out Channel of Ice and Fire, but
yes,
like an hour ago they released a cool animated video. I haven't got around to it yet, but if people want to check that out, go ahead. Okay, my first one. Right. The phrase "dunk the lunk, thick as a castle wall" will be uttered at some point in the show.
That's a really good prediction. I think that's spot on.
Now, because it's in the show, in the novella, it's all internal, right? He's thinking about himself in that way, in his own head, self-deprecating. Now, it could be Dunk himself who utters it, or maybe they'll have, maybe Arlen of Pennytree won't be dead maybe he dies in like the first 5 minutes, but before then we hear him say it, or maybe another character altogether says it. But either way, I predict that phrase will be uttered.
I agree.
Should we do? I will change the color. I'll have a different color for our guesses. But how do I put this succinctly? I'll just put Dunk the Lunk. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, and I swore. I try not to get you demonetized.
No, you're good. I think YouTube's being a lot more laissez-faire as it comes to swearing generally.
I have never had a single video or live stream restricted because of swearing. I don't know if it just doesn't pick up on my swearing or something.
It's the British accent. I think it's an immunity
I think
shield.
it genuinely might be. What color do we want the should we go with like a kind of, let's go with like a silvery.
Ooh. Oh, good. I'm seeing some good fan predictions here. We're going to have a lot to pick from in the end. But yeah, I think
is our plan to, sorry to interrupt, is our plan to go through super chats at the very end?
I think I've been screenshotting them as they come in. I think we'll like say them as they come in, and then we'll pick which ones to throw up there at the end. If that's good with you.
I know. I feel like we could save them for the end.
Yeah, that could be good. Sounds good. So if you want to,
blitz through the super chats, and then some of them will be related to predictions, some of them won't. I say let's save that to the end.
Sounds good to me. All right.
Yeah.
Are you ready for my first prediction?
Let's go for it. Let me know.
Bloodraven cameo or reference in the first season specifically.
Yes. I also have that as one of my ones.
Ahaha. We did think we'd have some overlap.
You say all reference.
Yes, so let me explain. Obviously, Bloodraven himself appears in the third Dunk and Egg story, so he's in season 3. That's 100%. I've said this like on Twitter before, and this is the thing. This is a prediction that I don't super like. I don't really want Bloodraven to appear, but I think there's a fairly strong chance that he does. And what I mean by reference is like, if we see a raven at the end of an episode, and then we see its eyes like go white, like the Bran warging thing, and then it's acting a little weird.
would you count a character mentioning Bloodraven's name as a reference? Like, for example, Prince Baelor saying, "Oh, Bloodraven is doing so and so as the Master of Whisperers or whatever."
I think I lean no, but I think that will depend on how desperate we are for a bingo by the time it happens.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
In my head, Bloodraven appearance / reference means like he's cloaked in the shadows and we see him at the end of an episode or something, or we see a warged animal of some sort that is not explained by a character on screen.
Okay. I like that. I like
also,
that.
Somebody in the chat asks a very good question. Does Maynard Plum count? And I would say probably.
Yes. If Maynard Plum has a cheeky little cameo, I would say yes.
I agree.
That for those who don't remember, this is spoilers, remember. But for those who don't remember, Maynard Plum is who Bloodraven is sort of disguised as during that third novella, The Mystery Knight. So that could be a cheeky way of doing it. But I think at the very least he will be mentioned.
Agreed.
It would be a pleasant. Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say it's kind of indicative of the way they're handling this universe. Like they're setting up the Westeros cinematic universe, right? Like. That's all they're marketing, the 3 years of content here, which I'm very grateful for personally. But in terms of like the connective tissue between these different works, if you do have a character who's able to appear in all three, I think they're going to go for it. And I think that the fact that Bloodraven doesn't appear in the Hedge Knight is kind of because the Hedge Knight is so early in the trajectory of the series, full stop. Do we know if Bloodraven exists in a Game of Thrones?
I have a suspicion that he was born along with the Blackfire Rebellions, which is to say, in between a Clash of Kings and a Storm of Swords.
I would agree, and I also think like there are the evidence that I'm sure would be cited for Bloodraven existing before then are like Bran's dreams in a Game of Thrones, which are obviously pretty directly front and center, at least in his earlier chapters. But I think that at that point, I'm not positive that Martin was positive on who was sending those.
Yeah, I'm sure he had the idea of perhaps a one-eyed man in a tree, right?
Yeah,
and
or a
maybe
time-traveling
he knew
Bran.
it would be, oh god damn it, time-traveling Night's King. Perhaps he knew that it would be a Targaryen bastard, but in terms of the details, I suspect, I don't know whether he was having like a trip or something. Or just like having shower thoughts, but at some point, Blackfire Rebellion, Aegon IV, Bittersteel, Bloodraven, Shiera Seastar, Daemon Blackfire, all like suddenly came to him, and he was like, because all the lore comes Storm of Swords onwards and Sworn Sword onwards. So I'm sure lots of pieces came together. But as people often say, he probably always planned for there to be some kind of Targaryen pretender in the main books, if we're going with the whole fake Aegon thing. And he probably always planned for there to be some kind of mysterious old man with a Targ connection tied to a tree in the north, etc. But yeah.
So actually, I have two things from that. One of which is another bingo prediction that just came to me.
Oh.
The first being, I wonder if the more important thing than Bloodraven being a Targaryen bastard is him being half Targaryen, half Old Gods. I feel like that could be part of the connection to Bran. But beyond that,
first man ancestry.
Yeah. My other thought was bingo card prediction, some reference to Blackfires.
Yes, that was one of mine as well.
Yes, which I didn't think of that before just now.
Damn, I should have said it. Hold on, you don't get to have two.
Oh, sorry.
All right, that's fine. Blackfire name drop. So whether that's flashbacks or someone just mentioning the Blackfire Rebellions, should I put this one somewhere else?
Yes, I was gonna say maybe let's mix up. We don't want like a super easy row, because I think the further on we go, if I had to guess, the less likely they'll be.
Yeah, I'm gonna mix them up.
Perfect.
Yes, Blackfire name drop. I suspect the context will be there'll probably be some at least one interesting conversation that references, about, what was it, 15 years prior or something? Battle of the Redgrass Field.
Hammer in the Anvil.
Rebellions.
That's my prediction.
Yes, Hammer in the Anvil will be mentioned.
That's mentioned in the Winds of Winter.
Yes, and then it will be the deeper stuff will come with season 2, The Sworn Sword, with Lord Eustace Osgrey and so on. But yeah, no, I think there will probably be perhaps like a post-war undercurrent to this season, because it would just be a wasted opportunity to not do that.
Yes.
Right? The only thing that I would change about The Hedge Knight, which is a pretty flawless novella, if I'm being honest.
I would say it's as close to perfect as Martin has done.
Yeah, and the only thing, I think we'd both agree, the only thing we would change is some kind of Blackfire reference.
Yes.
Because it clearly didn't exist until the second novella, and it does make things a bit... It gives off early installment weirdness of why is no one bringing this up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so tied into like Martin's core themes of this taking place like in the backdrop of this conflict that had happened and will eventually become ongoing again. And yeah,
and the general like decline of the Targaryens' power post Dance of the Dragons, and
that was
the
one
rise
thing
of rebellions and so on.
I loved that Parker talked about that at the panel at Comic-Con, like saying like, oh, back in House of the Dragon times, the Targaryens wouldn't like show up to a tourney like this, but nowadays they kind of have to keep a grip on things. It's so fascinating.
When I was live streaming that panel, the whole chat was waiting for you to go on stage. I was so...
that's the thing. I was pretty near the front. They actually... So I was one of the first people in the room, and they had this like VIP seating.
Of course you were.
I know. They had VIP seating that they eventually opened up because it didn't fill, so I got to move up into that seating. And I almost like raised my hand for the knighting thing, but I don't know the vows because they haven't been said in the books, so I didn't want to like go up and get it wrong.
You could have been knighted by
I know.
George R. R. Martin.
I'll take the confirmation on the Brienne thing over me personally getting knighted.
Yeah, him saying yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't a big shock to me. I kind of assumed.
Agreed.
When it happened on the show, my instinct was, oh, it's probably a book thing.
Yeah. But my next prediction is
wait, hold, slow down.
Sorry.
Slow down, Quinn. Slow down. I've only said one, and you've stolen 2 of my
Sorry.
I've hardly got any yet left. It's a drought here. So I'll remove Blackfire name drop. Okay, this one. Now this one's more controversial.
Oh no.
Dunk will threaten to give Egg a clout on the ear.
That was one of mine as well.
Now, of course, he never does in any of the novellas,
yes,
right?
he does.
He's always threatening to do it. Oh, does he actually do it?
He does once in The Sworn Sword because he says that in front of someone he doesn't want to, like, look weak in front of, so he actually does.
All right.
And then he feels bad about it.
He will, let's say that he will at least threaten.
He will threaten a clout. Yes, agreed.
Clout on the ear.
I was also unsure how to phrase it because I also don't think it's going to happen because I don't think, like, HBO's not going to want its main character to hit a child that early on.
Okay, so I don't think he will ever...
Agreed. I don't think that'll happen on the show.
I think he could threaten. I could see him giving the threat and it being obviously not true.
I'm calling my shot a year in advance, but on our bingo for the Sworn Sword adaptation, I'm going to put that the cloud on the ear that actually happens gets cut.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that in a year's time.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. We'll definitely both forget.
Come back to it. Okay, because you did 2 in a row, so I'm going to do 2 in a row.
Go right ahead.
Basically, just to continue on from your Bloodraven prediction, and this one's, I would say, less likely, but Shiera Seastar will appear or be referenced in some way. I'm not sure how, and I don't think it's likely, actually, but you never know. It's possible. It's possible. It could just be a one-off scene.
Post-credit scene of her putting on the Quaithe mask.
Oh my god. Putting on the Quaithe mask and like holding the Valyrian steel dagger.
Yeah, Bloodraven wants to speak to her about the Jon Snow initiative.
It's like a trailer for the Snow show. Coming 2027. I'm not going to put Shiera in the same row as Bloodraven.
Agreed.
Shiera will go down.
That's a great call because we obviously won't get Bittersteel because he's not there.
No, that doesn't. No.
But I'd say there's a non-zero chance of Shiera. That's a really great point. Especially given she is this character that like has yet to appear in any capacity outside of being referenced in the world book.
Yeah, she will clearly appear in a future Dunk and Egg story.
Agreed.
Getting smashed by Dunk and then giving birth to Quaithe, who will.
That's why Quaithe is 7 feet tall.
Yeah, and Quaithe will be the mother of Melisandre, so Shara's the grandmother of
Should
her.
we put that on there? A lot of people think that.
What was
that Melisandre is going to appear specifically?
Oh, Melisandre. Oh, yeah. We'll add that. What was the Kenny theory about Dunk and Shiera getting it on, and then
I don't remember Kenny's theory on that one. I remember the theory from him. I remember about Dunk and Egg was about Pycelle.
That is a based one.
That one I love that theory.
I like that too. Shout out Pycelle.
Yes, I'm not going to fully drop the bomb on that here because if he ever makes a channel, that's going to go like triple platinum. But
hell yeah! But the Shiera one is without diving into the how, is that Shiera is the ancestor of Brienne of Tarth.
That's interesting. Huh.
I'll let Kenny whenever Kenny does his own thing, whether it's a Reddit post or YouTube.
Yeah, Kenny's got some explaining to do there, but that is an interesting thought.
The chat doesn't know who Kenny is. We're just saying Kenny.
Friend of the channel.
Friend of the channel. Okay, so shall we... Sorry, what did we want to do there?
Let's save Melisandre for if we need more space, because I don't think that's super duper likely.
I guarantee it's not happening.
Yes.
Yeah, that could be an extra space one, maybe.
So, my next prediction is that we see a dragon. Not the puppet. I think we're going to see one dragon.
Okay.
It's a weird prediction, but I have two different routes that this could come about. First and foremost, dragon dreams, either by Daeron the Drunken, which we see in him explain in the book, and then additionally we have like other elements as well. And then in the graphic novel, which there seems to be a lot of kind of visual inspiration from in terms of the overall aesthetic of the show, when Dunk thinks back to Eustace, is that the old guy's name? That's right, right?
Yes.
Eustace Augury. I got that mixed up for a second. But so when Eustace remembers seeing the last dragon, we actually see it on page in the graphic novel. And we've heard that there will be some sort of flashbacks to King's Landing and maybe even a young Dunk at some point. And I think they will take that opportunity to show us the last dragon. I think that'd be very interesting. And I think HBO might be a little worried about like the mass appeal of this show. And I think that could very much inspire them to include at least some dragon to get people talking. Though I will say I don't super want to see a dragon unless it's a dragon dream, which would be really cool. But that is my thought. It'll be a dream or a flashback.
At the most, I could see a Daeron the Drunken dream, like perhaps.
Yeah.
Or an egg dream.
Has Egg had dragon dreams in a Dunk and Egg story yet? Was that
he hasn't?
No, that was Daemon the Blackfire the second that had one in the third one. I got mixed up.
Yeah. Egg hasn't, but there's a big theory that he eventually will, and that's what sort of drives him to attempt to reclaim Targaryen power by potentially hatching an egg at Summerhall, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm. Actually, Channel of Ice and Fire correctly corrected me in the comments, saying that I was thinking of Arlen of Pennytree, not Eustace Osgray.
Oh, sorry. Were you? Yes.
I said Eustace, who is in the second book. I meant Arlen. I always get them mixed up. The two old men. Someone also asked, wouldn't that spoil House of the Dragon? That could be said of this entire show.
Yeah. Especially if it's directly mentioned all the dragons are dead. People are going to be like, "Guh?" But also...
Like, that was the state of things at the start of Game of Thrones.
Yeah. That doesn't necessarily say too much about House of the Dragon. Because House of the Dragon is quite a while before this.
Yes. Which I do quite like that this is kind of equidistant between House of the Dragon and the main series. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's an interesting cinematic universe.
Yes. I was talking about that in my most recent video, that like it's an interesting choice for a cinematic universe because it's so much based on the original series, which is so great because of that specific story and the characters therein. But not only is that not like fully adapted, given the fact that, you know, the showrunners didn't adapt Feast and Dance and the latter books aren't out yet, but like it ended so poorly that nobody wants to follow up on any of those characters.
Ooh, I've seen a couple of predictions that aren't super chats but are just in the chat that are kind of fire. Can I steal them? Or shall I encourage people to do super chats?
That's up to you.
Well, it's up to you. You're the one who's making money from this.
Let's keep going on our pre-written ones for now. We can maybe note those for later.
That was a good one. Okay. Right. Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
Right. So, in the trailer, I believe we saw Valar Targaryen.
We did very briefly,
but only one side of him.
Oh.
And he has a very distinct look in the books, where he has brown hair, takes after his father, Baelor Breakspear, who himself is half Dornish. But he has one streak of like silver gold, and there's lots of very nice fan art of him. It's, again, in the trailer, we just saw a brown-haired lad outside of a Targaryen pavilion in black armor. We didn't see the other side of his face, so he might have that white gold streak in his hair. I hope so, because it's a really cool look. They might just give him brown hair, but basically, Valar drip.
I think so. I don't think he's going to have it, because if I recall, I think the actor has heterochromia, and that might be how that kind of dual nature is shown.
Oh, yes. I remember seeing that somewhere. Wait, I'm going to get a picture up quickly.
Yeah, go right ahead.
For the live stream. So the actor's name is Oscar Morgan.
Thank you. I don't know. The only actor names I know for this show so far are Dexter and Peter.
Oh, you're on first name basis.
Oh yeah, we're best
pals.
They're
your friends now.
Yep.
You watch them on stage, suddenly you know each other.
I think they were watching me actually, but yeah.
All right, keep yapping. I'm trying to find a picture.
No, you're good.
Oh, I have to go on to. Oh, come on.
But yeah, I don't think they'll do both the heterochromia and the hair streak, but I could be wrong. It would be a first, but it could happen.
It would be a first that you're wrong.
Yes.
Oh my! To copy paste that, I need to be logged in, which I should be, but it's on the browser, not the app. So it's that's so annoying. Okay, you know what? I'm not even mad. It's fine. I guess no one gets.
Everyone, look up a picture of this guy.
His name's Oscar Mornay. Oh wait, no. Should I just log in? What's my password? Right. Whose turn is it?
Chat. What's Haven's password?
What's my password? Someone tell me what my password is.
Whose turn is it? That was yours, not mine, right?
What was it again?
Yours was the Valar drip, I believe.
Yes, that was mine. The stream's already collapsing. Do I not have my Canva written down anywhere? Oh, for goodness sake.
I think. Let me see. What's next on my list?
Sorry, go on.
Oh, yeah. This one's a longer shot than I think even the dragons, but I think there's precedent for it. I think there was going to be... Well, okay, what I have written down is Ashford theory nod/intact. So, very famous theory spawned from Dunk and Egg that Sansa's suitors in the main series match up with the champions that are the winners at different points in the day. I believe there is a Baratheon, it's Lionel first, followed by... a Tyrell, followed by a Lannister, followed by a Harding, followed by a Targaryen. Very old, very well-known theory that this will mean that Sansa is going to end up linking up with Jon Snow or maybe even Aegon. And while I've got my issues with the theory, I don't super believe it.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But my thought with them, referencing Lemongate and House of the Dragon, I think there could be some nod to it, or a very obvious shot where we see all of the suitors sigils in that order, or that'll be kind of kept intact.
Honestly, that's an interesting idea. An interesting idea.
I wouldn't think it is as likely if they hadn't referenced Lemongate as well. But
I was literally about to say, if we were doing bingo for House Dragon Season 1, I would not have brought up
Lemongate? No.
Confirmed in the background. Okay, so what do you want this one to be called?
I would say Ashford theory, hint or nod, your choice.
Sorry, I'm currently resetting my password for Canva. This is very professional.
You're good. I can add that one. I'll get out of I'll stop being lazy. Where do we want to put that? Ash.
Give me password ideas, chat. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
Ashford theory hint. That's the thing. I will also say, I do not believe that theory. I do not think that theory is going to be true in any capacity. But I do think there is going to be, like, some little hint or reference to it being, like, something that fans have thought at some point.
Hey, we're in. I'm in.
Excellent. Can we get a picture of the guy?
Oh my god. Boomer Lord Haven. Yeah, it won't be worth it. Okay, this is the actor. Oscar
This is
Baldwin,
what
who
everyone
will be
is here
playing
for.
It's so tiny. Prince Valar Targaryen. Interestingly,
yeah.
Look at this. He has heterochromia, one blue eye, one brown eye.
Yep.
The blue of the, I guess, is more Targaryen-y, and the brown is more Dornish.
Yeah, probably.
No, I like that. Even so, it would be very cool if he had the streak in his hair. Or maybe if he had the streak in his hair, it would be too cool. He would look too much like
like a hat on a hat.
Everyone would be disappointed that he does nothing because he looks so cool.
Well, he has a pretty cool speech at the end, like talking to Dunk after Baelor.
That is cool. That is true. That is true.
Yeah, and also I could see him taking a more active role,
especially in the Sworn Sword. Oh wait, no, he's fucking dead.
Is he? Oh yeah, the plague. I was forgetting about that.
He dies after the first novella. We're never going to see him again.
So many people die after. Ooh. Do we think Daeron anything? Not Daeron the Drunken, I should say. Daeron the Second.
He dies of Targaryen first son syndrome. Daeron the Second. What about him? Sorry.
Do we think there is any illusion, or like, do we see him at all?
I think this would have to be visual because him being mentioned wouldn't.
Yes, he's gonna be mentioned. That is like effectively that's gonna happen. He's the king.
Like it could cut to him in King's Landing for like a scene or something like that, or we see him on the Iron Throne or something.
Mm-hmm. I also, if we see the last dragon, I think we'll see Daeron.
Yeah, Daeron the Second cameo. I like that. Let's put that one.
I think that's less likely than the dragon.
Yeah. I don't know,
but the Iron Throne is so iconic. I could see them wanting to show that too.
Yeah. Speaking of iconic, they're not even going to have an intro. It's just going to have a little.
Is it really? I love the music in the trailer. It's so like jaunty.
Or that the intro was just going to be the title with like a little sting, right? Like Breaking Bad, right? Just title comes up. Boom.
Ooh, actually, speaking of, somebody in the chat like 10 minutes ago asked if I'd seen Pluribus, which I have, and I love it so far.
I have no idea what it's about. I just know it's made by Vince Gilligan, and I have decided to start rewatching Breaking Bad for the first. I've only seen it once before, like 8 years ago. I think I was a teenager when I watched it.
Yeah.
And I kept getting Breaking Bad clips on, the algorithm was serving them up to me, and I kept watching them and being like, "Oh my god, I gotta rewatch it." So I'm about to start season 3, and after that I'm gonna properly dive into Better Call Saul, which I never got to watch.
It's so good.
And then after that I might start watching
Pluribus.
Even though I know
only thing I can. Two things I can say. One, the less you know about it, the better. Two, it's so George Martin. Like, the concept is 10,000% like a sci-fi Martin short story from the 60s.
That's super cool.
It's like the coolest thing ever. It's honestly one of my favorite pilots of all time. But that is a tangent. I'm sure we're losing people. What's your next prediction?
500 people have already dropped off.
Correct.
My next prediction.
Actually, I think we just gained people.
Okay, I'm only down to one because you stole most of them.
I've got like two left.
This one is absurdly niche and is probably going to be the least likely unless we get a particularly unhinged super chat. Okay, so this needs a bit of a build up, right? So, what's interesting post the Dance of the Dragons is that with the dragons gone, so too does Targaryen power begin to dwindle, right? Because they're not able to enforce their rule in such a dramatic way, and we see increasing rebellions, Peak Uprising, obviously Blackfire rebellions, Denell Lofston, whatever happened there, and one of the most mysterious rebellions that happens is during the reign of King Maekar the First, or well, just King Maekar. There's no other Maekar. Egg's father, which is the rebellion of the rat, the hawk, and the pig, and we know nothing about them.
I was gonna say I do not remember that.
It's the rat, the hawk, and the pig. One of the main Maekar rebellions next to Dinell Lothston and Peak Uprising, etc., which later killed him, right? A bulge on their head. But basically, all we know about the rat, the hawk, and the pig is that there were guests at a Targaryen ball, one with a rat mask, one with a pig mask, one with a hawk mask, who in some way harassed or did something to was it who was it with to I believe it was Prince Rhaegal's daughter, and that ended up with her ending her life. And
wow.
Those three people went on to launch a rebellion. So it's super vague. We barely know anything about who they are or what they did to the princess or whether that's linked to the rebellion. But there's one theory, one very niche theory, that these three characters are actually childhood friends of Dunk from King's Landing, who Dunk helps kind of raise up after he joins the Kingsguard and is able to help some old friends. And because of that, they're a bunch of like basically King's Landing brutes. They disgrace themselves at this ball. I don't know how they'd be able to have the power to lead a rebellion or whatever. But basically, long story short, we know there will be flashbacks to King's Landing, right? That's confirmed. Flashbacks to Dunk as a kid. We will see the rat, the hawk, and the pig in flashbacks. Boom.
I think, do you want to make it we will see like one of them, or do you think it'll be all of them?
It's got to be all of them.
My assumption with pig is it was somebody from Crakehall, not to mention them for the second time today, but
I mean, the idea that these three are King's Landing buddies isn't very likely. It's just a very interesting theory because there's not much to go on.
Yeah.
This is definitely not happening. I just wanted to throw in a
I really like it. I think we should put that on there.
So I'll put rat, hawk, pig will be, and again, it could just be he has three friends in King's Landing, and we can, if we're desperate enough, we can take that as confirmed. Because this is where's a good place? Where's a strategic place to put this one? Because this is definitely not happening.
I would say bottom, like 4th row, probably. Because I personally don't think we're getting Shara Seastar.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Somebody says, was it an ancestor of Clayton Suggs? Probably.
My boy.
Worst character ever.
Who would the rat be? Because
the rat cook.
Oh yeah, the rat cook.
I mean, that's probably like much older. Who would the rat be? Do we have any rat sigils? I'm sure we do.
No. There is no. Trust me, I've ranked every single sigil.
It's Laris. Laris is the rat.
Over the course of 4 very controversial live streams, Laris, yes, Laris is how strong? A how strong descendant that we didn't realize. Wait, you know what?
Robert Strong
could still be alive. Do you know what? How strong descendant could technically still be alive?
Robert.
Potentially an ancestor of Robert Strong.
Who?
Alice Rivers bastard with
oh
Aemon. Boom. Oh my god, we just came up with a theory. Alice Rivers' alleged bastard with Aemon Targaryen is... Wait.
Is the rat?
What was the theory? Is the rat. Yes, is the rat.
Wait, how... I guess...
Who launches a rebellion. And that's why it's a rebellion, because it's to restore it to the rightful Targaryen. It's a green rebellion 100 years later. And the pig, of course, is a Clayton Suggs.
Yes, of
ancestor.
course. What's the third one?
And
the rat, the bat,
hawk.
the pig.
The rat,
hawk.
the hawk,
Got
and
it.
The pig. Well, the pig could be Craig Hall, like you said, and then the hawk could be. Is there a hawk sigil? There's a lot. Of
I'm
bird
sure
sigils.
it's
There's
Proudwing. Stannis' hawk.
Stannis. Baratheon.
It is actually...
It's the Baratheon target. You know what? This is already...
It's worth noting that any bastard of Alice would have both First Men and Targaryen blood, which would be... That would be that, Bloodraven, and Jon as the only ones. I guess Egg's
Jon.
kids. Never mind. Egg marries a Blackwood, right?
Why Jon?
Isn't Jon a Stark and a Targaryen?
I thought he's half Dane.
Oh, good point. So he's 33%
he's
Targaryen, 33% Stark, 33% Dane.
He's not really Jon Snow. He's Jon Sand.
Oh, God.
That's the best scene.
Yeah, I actually talk about the Sam, like, John, Danny stuff a little bit in my next video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, I think I have like 2-ish left that I had pre-planned.
Just
yes.
before you say that,
yes, go ahead.
I just want to throw in a tiny piece of lore, because I looked up the wiki page for Rat Hawk and Pig just to double check that I'm not just making shit up. Yes, 3 masked men in some way attacked a Laura Targaryen at a masked ball. She ended her life afterwards. And then like 30 years later, they led a rebellion. And the rebellion was crushed by Prince Daeron, the son of Aegon V. And this is the battle that killed Daeron and his lover, Sir Jeremy Norwich.
Damn.
What a strange little aside that no one knows anything about. Like, what the fuck is this upright? Who are these people?
And I will say, 30 years that's roughly the time of the Hedge Knight, no?
Oh, is this going to be a Duncan Egg story?
Like,
ball?
It could either be a Duncan Egg story, or like they could get thrown in at Ashford here.
Oh.
It could be the Village Hero too. We know nothing about what that's going to be.
I like to think it's Bracken Blackwood shenanigans.
Lucas Reyes in the chat says the pig is the Pink Dread.
Yeah,
who is still alive.
the Laris riding the Pink Dread with a hawk on his shoulder.
We got to get the Pink Dread back in Hot D, if I could speak, season 3. That would fix everything.
Bring him back.
Okay, speaking of House of the Dragon, my next prediction is
hit me.
Major character is cut or combined with another one.
Ooh. Character combo / cut. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Because I think, if chat, correct me if I'm wrong, have we not gotten Daeron the Drunken yet? I don't know if we have casting for him at all.
We do.
Oh, we do? Okay. Well, that aside, I still think there is room to, combine and remove things from the story.
I don't know who it would be. I think everyone who's in the novella has been cast.
Maybe. It could also go so far as, like, if we want to retool it a bit, it could be, like, characters' roles being kind of remixed and given to other characters. I don't know. Because we know that Lionel Baratheon is getting a more prominent role. I'm not sure if that will take away from other characters' roles.
I don't know. I'm not sure about this prediction. I think it's kind of... I think everyone who's in the novella is like... I think all the casting has been announced. Even, what's his name? Even Steely Pate has been
true.
announced. Like,
yeah, then maybe that's not a prediction. I thought Daeron wasn't casted, so that was my being incorrect.
Let me post a picture of Daeron. This is Daeron. The actor's name is Harry Ashton.
Okay.
Sorry, Henry Ashton.
Okay.
This is the guy playing Daeron. Look at this handsome man.
Oh, yeah. That could be Daeron Hot D.
He's too hot to be Daeron.
That's
Daeron
true. Also too old.
Pathetic. I mean, in the Westeros verse, in the WCU, everyone's too old.
Well, I mean,
just ask Aaron
I think they might keep Daeron pretty young in House of the Dragon, given how small Tessarion is.
Yes.
Having already seen Tessarion.
Yes, and there's all kind of rumors about the Daeron casting that there's like 2 potential.
Let's not get into hot tea leaks here.
Anyway. Right, so I've actually run out of...
I think I have one more. Let me check.
Oh, hit me.
It was my most vague and half-baked, that being Brienne something.
Brienne reference in some way.
Because, I mean, the show is named after the episode where Brienne is knighted. Brienne is obviously a descendant of Sir Duncan the Tall. I think there's going to be something in there. Be it a scene mirroring her knighting or some reference to Tarth generally. I think that overall she'll be something.
Yeah, and it could even be like a musical cue. Right, that's linked to Brienne's character. Does she have any music in the original soundtrack?
I have no clue.
In Game of Thrones, but anything that's a hint to Brienne, I don't know why there's a question mark at the end of that. Yeah, no, I like that. That's interesting.
There was a question mark because it was a very vague prompt.
Yes. I mean, it's not as vague as the rat, the hawk, and the pig will appear in a flashback.
I don't know. I kind of
cooked too
vibe
hard
with that one. The more I think about it, the more I like it.
I cooked too hard.
Yeah, I
Okay,
try
now
not to.
shall we think of some on the fly?
Yeah, let's throw some stuff out. Let's get creative.
Oh, Arlen of Pennytree.
I was just thinking about him. I think we'll have him. I'm gonna
Will
say
we have him alive at any point?
my prediction is 3+ Arlen flashbacks.
Ooh, interesting. I was just going to say we see Arlen speaking full stop as opposed to just being a dead body at the beginning, but that doesn't make sense because he's being played by an actual actor who has. He's not just like an extra. So three.
What came to my head was like, what if every episode started with like a lesson with Arlen?
Change?
I don't think that'll happen.
That'd be cool.
But I think we'll get
the font changing. Oh, it's not bold.
It's not bold. But yeah, no, I think we'll get at least. We know there's gonna be old like King's Landing flashbacks. I think we'll get one of him there, maybe him and Dunk meeting. I think we'll get at least one of him otherwise with the actual like actor playing his older self. I think it'll be a decent bet. I think 3+.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Right. So that's Arlen. I'm making my way through the story in my head. Oh, hold on. Steely Pate will have a Scottish accent.
Oh. Do we want that specific of a prediction?
Because his name's
That's
Steely
gonna sink a row in episode 2.
I accurately predicted in a live stream that Roddy the Ruin will be played by someone with a Scottish accent, and they fucking cast a Scottish actor to play him. And no one else in Westeros has a Scottish accent except
Alice
one
Rivers
Ironborn in Game of Thrones. One Ironborn in Game of Thrones and 3 characters in House of the Dragon: Harold Westerling, Lyman Beesbury, and Alice Rivers. Only 4.
Those first 2 have Scottish accents?
What? Harold Westerling and Lyman Beesbury?
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
Harold Westerling has Graham McTavish's native accent.
Oh.
He's very Scottish.
Oh, we know Harold Westerling is going to feature on the House of the Dragon bingo card.
Wait, hold on. Did you just say you thought they were British?
Yeah.
Because Scotland is not part of Britain.
Yeah.
You uncultured American swine. How dare you?
I don't know. I care about Ireland.
I'm a proud unionist.
Oh, sure.
Scotland is British. Thank you very much.
Of course.
No, Lyman Beesbury has more of a kind of a posh.
I was gonna say I didn't super think Westerling I could see, Beesbury less so.
And then Alice has one that confused a bunch of people because when she delivered her first line, people were like, "Is that an American accent?"
I don't. So I'm thinking about our little brief allusion to Melisandre earlier on stream.
Yes.
I don't think we should put that on there because I don't think it's gonna happen.
Maybe we shouldn't put Steely Pate being Scottish, but if he is, I'm gonna be so mad.
You have the right to be mad if that is in fact correct.
Oh, wait, hold on. The actor's being cast. Is he? That doesn't mean. Well, the actor being Scottish doesn't necessarily mean.
But I'm thinking back to like the Melisandre chapter in Dance, and I feel like her memories of like being in bondage are like recent. Her being a slave, Melanie lot 9, I think that's the lot.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to put Melisandre simply because I just don't want it there. Like,
correct. I don't want that to be the case.
It would be so lame. It would be so lame. Can you imagine? There's like a crowd of people and it's Carice Van Houten like wearing a hood.
Yeah, but she looks older for some reason because she is older.
Yeah, nah, she doesn't age.
Of course,
that woman does not age.
At least with the necklace
future
on.
Ex-wife. Yes. Oh, maybe we see non-necklace.
Ooh, I got one. I got something.
Yes, let's stop talking about my future ex-wife. Move on. What's going on?
Lionel Baratheon Bobby B reference.
Oh, is he gonna
wine
start the joust before I piss myself? More wine.
Lionel Bobby B reference. 110% sold.
There'll be something. It could be subtle.
Yes.
Let's put him there. It could be a visual reference, like beyond Baratheon. Like it has to be a bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe an allusion to a breastplate stretcher. Maybe starts X before I piss myself. Or
I think it'll that's 110% gonna happen because like Robert is so iconic, and they haven't been able to do anything with that in so long. And they're beefing up his role.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, Lionel. Anything else about Lionel? Oh, I was going to say allusions to Lionel's future in terms of declaring himself Storm King, but that's already confirmed in the trailer because he has like a fun little party crown, which itself is clearly a kind of fun foreshadowing.
Maybe something to the effect of like Lionel and Dunk having some, I was gonna say like tension, but like falling out of some sort, or like they stop getting along as well towards the end.
No. I don't see that. I don't see that.
I agree.
Anything about the Fossaways?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't see them changing much because I think they're they're not that intrusive, and they are such a really great little self-contained story.
I have an idea.
Okay.
All of Dunk's champions will have dialogue.
Yeah, I think that's. I would go further. All champions will have dialogue.
I think we should separate those into two predictions.
Yeah,
because I can see all of Dunk's champions have dialogue. I can see there being a couple of Kingsguard on the other side who just don't speak because they're just Kingsguard. Let's split it up. Because we're running out of ideas anyway.
Yeah.
Dunk's champions will speak. Wait, no. Dunk's champions dialogue.
Do we think there will be any change to the trial of the 7?
Ah! What the fuck? Chaos. Wait, hold on a sec.
Oh, actually, wait. Sorry. I think Dunk's Champions dialogue is too easy. I have another prediction that I think we can replace it with.
Okay, I don't get too cocky because I could see there just being like a Beesbury guy who doesn't say anything and he's just like, oh,
Beesbury's 100% talking after House of the Dragon. No, I think we're going to get the full Knight's Vows.
Oh.
Which we've not gotten yet.
I think it's okay to have a super easy prediction up here, though.
Okay, have some... Sure.
If we have Rat, Hawk, and Pig, I think we're allowed.
Fair enough. But I do think full Knight's Vows should be on there. I don't think it'll be a scene where Dunk gets knighted. I think it'll be for Fossaways knighting.
Okay, I like that. That's a cool one.
Especially the focus on that at the panel.
What was a cool one I saw in the chat? It wasn't a super chat, but I did see something earlier. What was it? I can't find it anymore. Oh, here's an interesting one I've just thought of. A song will be sung. Now, it could be an existing song we've already heard in the show, like Bear and the Maiden Fair, or it could be one of the many songs in the Song of Ice and Fire novels that haven't yet.
Dornishman's Wife. Dornishman's Wife. Actually, we already did get that one. God damn it.
From Bronn. We got it from Bronn, but there's quite a few we haven't got. But let's say you can imagine there being a feast scene.
Yes.
There's got to be a song, right? So a song will be sung.
If it's Jenny's song, I'm going to flip shit because it shouldn't be Jenny's song because it doesn't exist yet.
That would be Magor the third levels of funny.
Let's see. Do we think anything with Mykar, with Baelor?
Young Walder Frey will appear.
No,
Mykar, Baelor.
I think there's gonna. So we don't really see the two of them interact all that much in. Actually, that's a great idea. I think. So the book is very much limited by Dunk's perspective. Ira Parker has said that he is very much keeping to Dunk's perspective as well, which I love. That's a great decision. But I do think we're going to get at least some scenes where Dunk isn't present, and I think one of those scenes is going to be a conversation between Baelor and Mykar alone.
I think that is a brilliant idea. Yeah,
Littlefinger and Varys style.
Yes,
not that vibe, obviously, but like Robert and Cersei type scene.
Considering how the story ends, it would be absurd if they didn't have at least one scene together as, as brothers, sibling rivalry, etc. In fact, I will call it sibling rivalry.
Yeah. I'm proud of that one. I do think that'll happen.
It doesn't inherently have to be rivalry. It could actually be a friendly interaction between them. Probably not likely, but like.
So we've got one slot left.
Oh, I can't. What? There we go. Oh my god. Yes, one slot. Okay, we got to make it count.
I have an idea, but it's just okay. I'm open to suggestions.
I love how Americans say suggestions.
Oh, how do you say it?
Suggestions.
Oh, that's weird.
No, you're the weird one. I only noticed the suggestion thing like this year when I suddenly went, oh, this American person I'm listening to is saying this in a weird way. Then I realized, oh no, that's how it's pronounced.
But no, my suggestion is wildfire.
Go on.
I'm
intrigued, but
some use doubtful. Or reference to wildfire as it kind of grows in importance to the Targaryens in the aftermath of not having dragons anymore. We have Aerion around, who obviously dies drinking poisoned wildfire. We have Egg, who burns down Summerhall with wildfire, and it's all leading up to Aerys II, who wants to burn down all of King's Landing with wildfire. I think there will be some use of it. Maybe like Aerion lights a sword with wildfire or something, like we hear of Thoros doing in the lists. Yeah. It's not a fantastic idea, but it's an idea. What do you think?
It's an idea. I don't necessarily have any more. I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, I mean, let's keep brainstorming. It's our backup. It's our break glass in case of emergency.
Because there's only one spot left. I'm suddenly feeling very picky, despite having added the rat, the hawk, and the pig, and other bullshit. Oh, what was the one I saw earlier? I saw a decent one earlier. Oh no, the one I saw earlier in the chat was just simply the events of House of the Dragon will be referenced in some way, but I'm not sure.
That's the thing. I don't think they can without like giving the game away.
Yeah, it would be ridiculous to spoil it. I don't know. I don't know.
Do Dunk and Tansel kiss in the text?
No, they don't. His first kiss is Rohan Weber. So, yeah. Ooh, no, I like that.
Do we think they will kiss?
I don't know, but I think they could.
I think they could too.
I don't think it would be a big scene because you want the big one to be season 2.
Yes,
but I could see it being like a cute little pet,
maybe like more focus on the Tansel Dunk connection.
Oh yeah, so sure. Are we going with Tansel kiss or?
Let's go Tansel kiss. I think that's good.
Tansel kiss is more fun than just they have more scenes together kind of thing. Tansel kiss. Okay, honestly. I'm not feeling confident about this bingo. I think it's fun as hell, but I have a weird feeling there's a scenario where like all of these are bullshit.
I think we're gonna get at least half of these so far, and we do still have a whole row of super chats, which I think. Do you want to start?
We do indeed. So I think we should start going through the super chat. Do you want me to read through them, or do you want to be the super chat?
I've been screenshotting them all as they come in. Do you have them?
No.
Okay, so I have them. I'll read them. But
I don't know why I offered.
You can keep track and like maybe write down the ones you think are the best because we have more than 5 here. We need to pick our princes here. And if you want to put in any more, now is the time to do so. I will keep an eye on chat throughout this as well. But going through, let's start chronologically. Thank you very much for the super chat from Gerbert Beer. Who says, my prediction, which Haven partially confirmed on his server, sounds like this. Brynden Rivers will be played by a black actor, which influences Shiera and Aegor. I don't think that's going to be the case, given...
Why are your patrons so normal compared to mine?
Good question.
My server is full of the... yeah.
We've had 3 Bloodraven actors already, would be my thought on that. But regardless, next one...
Would it be the Hot D Season 2 actor playing Bloodraven?
That is my thought. I think if we see a Bloodraven this season, it will be House of the Dragon Bloodraven. I think there's a reason that we saw him there. And I think that seeing him in House of the Dragon makes a cameo this season more likely.
Right. I'd like to apologize on behalf of my patrons.
You're good. So, next up, from Cuzco Full, thank you very much. I have a bingo idea. A character speaks normal and then later will have a strong and weird Irish accent.
Wait, say that again?
A character will speak normally at first, but then later have a strong and weird Irish accent. Ladies and gentlemen, forgive me. I don't think we'll get a little finger, unfortunately.
Wait, what's a satisfying name to say with the little finger accent? Dunk doesn't work. Egg doesn't work. Tangel.
That's pretty good.
Listen to me, Tangel. Trust me.
Next up is one that I think should make this, and I'm surprised we didn't land on it. Thank you, Longshanks 1690, for saying Prophecy Dagger. Which,
you know what?
That has to go on there.
Yeah. I literally made a joke about that earlier.
Yeah, I'm shocked that we did not come to that on our own.
Shiera, Shiera putting on the Quaith mask picks up the Prophecy Dagger. That would be... we can also rearrange the order of the chat's predictions.
Okay, let's see.
In fact, I might put them here for now.
Congratulations, Longshanks. Bluebeer 8039 says Gildane cameo, which could be interesting. Was Gildane... I'm getting my maesters mixed up. Is Gildane alive at this point?
No, isn't... Am I going... Wait, sorry. I'm going to look it up. I can't keep them straight. Oh, Gildane is the person who wrote Fire and Blood.
Yes. Was he of this era?
I mean, he's an old man, and he's alive during the Baratheon era. Probably not. No.
No, I think he might write it in this era. Is that the thing?
No, he wrote... No, he lived into the reign of Bobby the First.
So he's just...
So he got... No.
Oh, no. I think maybe the thought is, like, him as a young man, or as, like, a child?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he could be, but he'd have to be very young. He would have to be, like, very young.
I would say so, but, like, Walder Frey type territory. Also, Prophecy Dagger has... Oh, you're just putting it to the side so we can, like, order them later. Got it. I thought that was just floating. Yeah. Next up, from Gail Cruz 4528, who says, R'hllor be praised, Quentin the last lawyer hero and googly eyes, no doodle arms are back, greetings from Sir Tytos Hill, Bastard of Haven, and Defender of Ozcross. Also, if you guys have thoughts on the Melisandre fanfic chapter, I loved it, did you? I really enjoyed it. Do you read the fanfic?
No, a conscious decision. I will not read it until after Windsor's out or Windsor's confirmed to never be out. Then I will read it out, but for now I'm just kind of ignoring it.
Melisandre I liked. I thought a lot of the vision choices were very interesting, and I liked the kind of trajectory it is taking. There were some interesting choices, like killing Tormund off screen, that I'm not... It makes sense to kind of clear the story a little bit, but at that point, I'm excited to see how things develop from there, especially in the north with how things are going. Next up, again from Cusco Full, I have a question for the experts. In the comic, Jon Snow sometimes look exactly the same as Daemon II Blackfyre, disguised as John the Violinist. Do you think this is foreshadowing or a coincidence? That's interesting. Huh. I've never read the comic version of Ice and Fire itself. Have you?
No, I haven't even read the graphic novels for Dunk and Egg, which I should do because that's kind of important. No, the Game of Thrones graphic novels look hilarious. You know, I've saved a whole bunch of screenshots of like certain covers because they are absurd. But no, I haven't actually read them.
I think it's probably more of a coincidence, or at least like it's effectively someone. I think it's probably some mirroring of Targaryens or Targaryen-related people with dark hair looking kind of similar, because in that instance, I think they kind of do, and that's pretty rare in terms of actually having a Targaryen with that color hair. Let's see. Thank you to Anarcromando7707, who says, crack idea, Hyrule is west of Westeros for the fantasy bullshit romance versus realism. P.S. Love the work. Have you ever played Zelda?
No, to my great shame, I did not grow up on.
I recommend them. Majora's Mask, one of my favorite games of all time.
I have a Switch too now. To be fair.
Oh, Congratulations.
I could play a bunch of old games.
I've been playing Donkey Kong and I love it. And also the new Pokemon, which is being overhated, but regardless, that's not our topic today.
Another thing I didn't grow up on, Pokemon.
I, as you will know, very much grew up on it. Another one from Gail Cruz who says, we need to know what happened to Alor and Alora. So, or those are...
Yes.
Who, remind me when those were.
Alor and Alora are the twin children of Prince Rhaegal, who was the insane son of Daeron II, who ended up choking on lamprey pie, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
And Alora is who I mentioned earlier as someone who was in some way vaguely attacked by the Rat, the Hawk, and the Pig 30 years before they rebelled, and as a result of that attack, she ended her life. As for Alor, I think he died in what's described as simply like a mishap or an accident, and again, it's very vague, so it's all very weird. It's very confusing.
Yeah, I think it could be good to put like maybe some hint or further reference to Targaryens that are not present at the tourney. Would that be something?
Say that again, sorry.
Would it be something to say like reference or further information on Targaryens who aren't at the tourney?
Oh, that could be an interesting one. Like there could just be a name drop, even just a name drop of like another. Like if someone mentions, "Oh, our brother Prince Rhaegal is back at the castle," or would that not kind of count? How about would that have to be
new insight from like? I don't know. My thought was to make it different from what we already have, like some sort of like new information from this information as it's dropped. I'm not sure.
So I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah, I would agree. Let's see.
We gotta be picky, people. We gotta.
Yes,
be picky.
We do.
But thanks for all the super chats.
Cusco Full also suggests Lionel giving the making the 8 speech to Duncan.
To be fair, that would come under Lionel Bobby B reference.
Yes, it would.
That would be. I could see that happening though. I mean, we already have that shot in the trailer of like
be tall
Dunk somehow wearing no, but like wearing Lionel's crown in like one shot.
Yeah.
So you know they're drinking together. You know that they're doing a little bit of partying.
Gail Cruz also has another one that I think we should include here. That being a reference to the spring sickness.
What, before it breaks out?
Yes. Some like hint that this plague is coming. It's like the tagline for the series, spring is coming.
Oh, that's interesting. No, I like that actually.
Yeah.
You can imagine them being like, oh, we've got reports from Gold Town that there's this sickness going around. They're like, oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay. I like that. Spring sickness reference.
Yeah, I think that's good. Let's see. From
nice
there.
One. Good stuff.
Yeah. Next up, Kulin Vow says, though not present, the banner of a northern house will be visible at the tourney. It's like some northern presence. Do we think the Starks are going to be inserted?
Huh. Wait, what's it mean by though not present? As in, characters won't be present, but there will be... I kind of like that one.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense, but it's the kind of things there's literally like a Stark Knight at the tourney in episode 1 of season 1 of House of Dragon.
Yeah. Maybe like sigil cameo sense. Or something like that.
Yeah, one of those like, how have you made this big of an error, but you know it's going to happen. I like that actually. Northern House sigil will appear. And again, yeah. It would make sense for the Manderleys, to be fair.
Oh, true. I would love to see the Manderleys, especially given we know Manderleys are going to be in House of the Dragon season 3.
Yes. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a Bolton sigil that's there and it doesn't make sense, but it's just, maybe some production guy and
yeah.
Didn't look into the lore enough or anything. But yes, no, I like that one.
The last super chat is not a suggestion and just accusing you of being homophobic and weight-phobic, which I don't think either of which are true.
That's that same super chatter said that earlier without paying, so I'm glad you've paid.
Well, thank you for paying.
He's not homophobic and fatphobic.
Yeah,
I'm only one of those things, and I won't say which one.
So we are out of super chats now. So if anybody else has any further suggestions, what was that?
No, just no, we're at super chat. Come on, people, we have 2 more super chats.
I do have one more
super chat prediction. We're getting desperate now, but we
no,
still
I have one more prediction that we could fill a slot with as well that I'd forgotten about and forgotten to write down.
Say it.
Maester Aemon.
Oh, as in fully appearing.
I would say so, because I mean we know that he interacts with them at some point and gives them was it a mule or a horse named Maester?
Yes, a mule.
Yeah, so I think that's more likely than some gave it credit for.
Is there one we could replace? Oh, they're all kind of fun though.
Yeah.
Why don't you send yourself a super chat?
That's a great idea. I don't know how to do that. I've never sent a super chat.
You've never sent a super chat? Even I've sent a super chat.
No.
Not to you.
No, of course not. Who have you sent a super chat to?
I'm not going to say.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to pry into your business.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah. I'm so excited for this show. What do you think? Do you think this show is going to be successful?
Yes, it will be successful. Will it be as successful as House of the Dragon and peak Game of Thrones? No.
I don't think anything is going to be as successful as peak Game of Thrones.
No. And they're not expecting it. But it won't even be House of the Dragon. And they're not expecting it to be, I imagine, because it is more low-key and it's shorter and it's lower budget, etc. But I think it will be successful. Unless it, like, completely falls on its face in, like, episode 1, like, crashes on impact. I think it's going to be good. And I think it's going to, through word of mouth, more people will check it out. And especially, I think lots of people want to binge it in one go. The only thing that I think could kill momentum and hype, etc., is stretching 3 hours into 6 weeks and having half-hour episodes that just don't feel like they're fulfilling enough. I think that could damage the show potentially. I do think that 3 weeks, 1 hour each week, every Sunday would be ideal. But yeah, no, I think this will be good and I think it will be successful.
I'll go further. I think it's going to be great, but I am worried about it being successful.
I'm more optimistic on that front. I'm optimistic on both fronts.
It's a later time slot, which also worries me a little bit. It's at 10 instead of 9.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Huh.
We do also have a super chat that I had not seen earlier from Unread Cabbage, who says, he already asked you, but who would you cast for any Ice and Fire adaptation? Fire and Blood, main series, Dunk and Egg, etc. Well, obviously, my dream casting of anything is going to be casting somebody for John Connington.
We need to do a live stream. Sorry to interrupt. We need to do a live stream casting characters whenever in Game of Thrones.
That is a fantastic idea. But
let's go.
I've already echoed this in the past. I think I've tweeted about it. I think Jared Harris would be my pick for John Connington. Especially if he'd appeared when season 5 was airing, when he should have appeared, it would have been perfect. Because John Connington he's a smart, shrewd guy who's kind of an asshole, who has this kind of perpetual loserdom almost to him, and I think that Herod can play that incredibly well. Like Lane Price in Mad Men, I think is a very John Connington coded character. He's also ginger, and he also looks good with a beard. So,
hell yeah. Interesting. That's the character you connect with the most, the loser.
Yeah,
I would say, Monsieur Quinn, Monsieur GM.
Mm-hmm.
I would Bruce Bolton, Jason Isaacs.
Yeah, we were talking about that recently, weren't we? Was that on my server?
I think I brought it up before. Either on it may even be a live stream. I think it's a server though, but he has those cold grey blue eyes.
He really does.
And he's a fantastic actor. And he has that kind of the way Roos is described as being kind of just ordinary looking, ordinary height, weight, face. And don't get me wrong, Jason Isaacs is a good looking guy.
Tremendous.
But he does, but not in a Henry Cavill way. In a kind of he has a distinct face and kind of cold eyes that, and if he's playing, when he's playing Zhukov in Death of Stalin, he can really do the kind of cold, psychopathic eyes. I think he'd be, him with shoulder length hair, he'd be a brilliant sort of
wholehearted
adaptation of Roos, closer to the books. And speaking of Henry Cavill was Ramsay.
God, yeah, that was it. We were talking about it on the server. It was, I think, the lead into or follow up to the great Ramsey debate. Because late Lord Haven likes Ramsey and I do not.
I think Book Ramsey is awesome. I think Show Ramsey sucks. And I think that making the point in your video that there's a bunch of cartoonish evil characters that take you out of the books and make it less grounded is very legitimate. Using your peak example of that as Ramsey, having your peak example be Ramsey, is absurd and is one of your worst takes.
It's the reason he's the example is because he is the most prominently shown. He is the most like crucial to an arc of a viewpoint character, and he just feels like it's literally just a cartoon character. Like there's no depth there.
No. If you want a over the top cartoon villainous character that takes you out of the books, point to slobbering, lisping Vargo Hoat and the ridiculous Brave Companions, Shagwell the Fool, etc., etc. Point to the Mountain, who isn't necessarily over the top. He's just boring.
Yes.
And honestly, in some aspects over the top, like, oh, he cut a guy's head off because he snored. Like, okay, I get it. Or point to the Masters in Slaver's Bay. We feed them puppies and we cut off their nipples and we make them kill children. And it's all kind of like, okay, great. Whereas Ramsey, to me, is chilling because you can see it being real. He feels like a real life serial killer, put like a kind of like serial killer mixed with a bit of a Uday Hussein, right, son of a powerful guy, put back in time, given power, doing horrific, gory, fetishistic stuff that creeps you out and doesn't come across as mustache twirling. I'm super evil like the slavers, and also doesn't come across as he killed a man for having a haircut he doesn't like, kind of mountain bullshit. Like it's to me, it's like it's a realistic.
I think he's there killer. Initially. Someone in the chat, I think it's Longshanks. I think I agree with this assessment that he feels more intelligent and cunning in A Clash of Kings. And to me, another aspect that kind of hurts Ramsey's overall picture in my eyes is his relationship with his father, in that I feel like it's fairly unrealistic that Roose would keep a liability like Ramsey in such a position of power for so long.
For me, that's a flaw with Roose, not with Ramsey. I fully agree that Roose keeping Ramsey alive, legitimizing him, at least openly, maybe he's lying, but openly seemed to be okay with the idea of any kids I have will be killed by Ramsey, but I don't care because a child is the bane of house. All that stuff is insane and nonsense and makes Roose come across as a massive idiot, and I hope that there's more to the story. And if it is just he underestimates Ramsey and gets shanked like in the show, I think that would be incredibly lame and would ruin Roose's character.
That is unfortunately the direction I think it is heading. If not being shanked so directly, I think he's toast pretty imminently.
But that's an issue I have with Roose as a character, not with Ramsey.
We do have a few more super chats, I should say. First off, okay. Unread Cabbage was actually saying which characters we would play in all of Ice and Fire and Fire and Blood.
Oh!
Someone correctly predicted that I am going to say John Connington for myself, but
you're not allowed to play. You're not Ginger.
I could be.
You kind of have a bit of a medieval haircut.
Thank you.
You just need to dye it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll dye it red than blue.
Oh, I can't imagine you with red hair.
Yeah, neither can I. I mean, I'm Irish, but not that Irish.
Can you grow a beard?
I can grow a mustache.
I can grow what some would call a mustache. Not everyone would call it that. Some would.
Yeah, I don't.
Generous.
My hope is by the time I'm 40 and playing John Connington in the reboot of this series, I will be able to grow a beard. But what about you? Who do you play?
Littlefinger.
Oh yeah, I could see it.
He's a short king, and I'm a short king. He's short and slender, as am I. And I just love him as a character. I just love him. He's one of my favorites. He always has been. He's just...
Also requires a beard, though.
Yeah, no, I could just get a fake one, I think. And I'd love to play like a kind of...
schemer?
Fake... Yeah, a schemer and a sleazy guy, but also like with a kind of fake exterior of the whole... Shall we say post a Game of Thrones... retcon of Littlefinger of he's everyone's friend, everyone likes him and trusts him, which clearly isn't the case in the first book, and then we pretend to clash onwards that that's who he is. But yeah, no,
yeah,
I could do a better job than Aidan Gillen. That's for sure.
I think Aidan Gillen was playing a different character, but he did a great job playing that character.
I'm pretty sure he was interviewed and at some point basically said that he started treating the show like a bit more pantomime-y.
He's playing the character he played on The Wire, but British, effectively.
Well, Irish.
Oh, potato.
Great. Now first he says that Scottish people aren't British. Now he's saying Irish people are British. What the fuck is going on?
We're
about to trigger at least 3 civil wars.
That's my goal. Couple more super chats. Also from Cuscoful. Bingo idea. Bitter steel scene in Essos.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think, you know what, let's tweak it a little bit. I think Bitter Steel, if he's gonna appear, is gonna appear season 3, right?
Yes. He's definitely not appearing in this season. I can't, even as a long shot prediction, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't make sense.
What I was going to put down as the prediction for this one would be like Bitter Steel / Golden Company cameo.
Ooh, a cameo is in appearing, or actually no, a mention would just link to Blackfire Rebellion, I think.
Yes. Golden Company cameo. / Bitter Steel cameo.
But what? How?
Good question.
When in these 6 episodes would they fit any Golden Company members?
The entire time.
I'm not sure about that.
Well, let's see.
Oh, my stream's been frozen. As in, my screen has been frozen. So the chat's been stuck at like 20 minutes ago. I've completely missed all these. I was like, why is no one like commenting about any of our discussions? I'm like, oh shit.
We have a good one from Inquisitor Thomas here, which is our most recent super chat that wasn't correcting me on an incorrect interpretation of a past one. That being a gratuitous act of shock value violence that didn't take place in the book, or a weird extrapolation of an act from the book.
You know what? Why not?
Yeah,
this is a bit more of a negative.
HBO being HBO. Let's call that.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Let's go for it. So, how could I phrase this?
HBO violence.
I'm going to put just shock value.
Sure.
Well, shock value that
shock value is
to
good.
Do with... And it could be violence, could also be sexual.
Yeah. I don't think it would be the latter, but we'll see.
No, probably not.
But yeah, that is a really good call. I think that is likely.
Because you want butts and seats, and yeah.
Yeah, no Littlefinger sex position
Interesting how
here.
they're gonna. Oh my god! Oh god! Oh,
might be my least favorite scene in the first season.
It might be one of the worst scenes in all of Game of Thrones. I mean, it's not.
People in the chat are saying HBO moment, and I think that's what we should go with.
Oh yeah. HBO moment, certified HBO moment.
Yep.
Even Duncan Egg is not safe. Very nice. Okay.
Yeah. Somebody said, "Don't forget Cusco full super chat." I already did that one. That was Bitter Steel and Essos.
Oh, Bitter Steel and Essos. I'm not sure about adding that one.
Maybe let's just say like Bitter Steel / Golden Company reference cameo, because I think there could be reference to him founding the Golden Company, because that happens around this point.
Convince me. Pitch it.
So, I think that this is a place where, obviously, all of the Targaryens are gathering. The hand of the king is there. I think it is reasonable to expect that there's going to be some report of news from throughout the land, generally. And I think that keeping tabs on his enemy is something that would very much happen, especially if Bloodraven is actively in power at this point. I could see, like, Baelor receiving a raven, saying, oh, we've received word that Bitter Steel has formed this company across the sea. I don't know.
But I feel like that just links in with Blackfire name drop.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Drop, sorry, but a reference in some way.
Yeah.
I get it, but I just think it's too early.
I think we will put that one on our season 3 bingo card.
Season 3, I could see him rocking up. We could even
genuinely.
Pick
Daemon the Second up from daycare.
Bitter Steel himself rocking up season 3, perhaps in Essos, being mad that the next person in line happens to be gay, and being like, I don't want a gay king.
Poor Daemon the Second.
Damon II is like he's like a nice guy.
He really is. I would say like grand scope of Westeros, he is one of the
cool
most
dude.
like normal and okay and good like adult characters.
Yeah, he's just a nice guy, and to be fair, maybe like father, like son. From all accounts,
Yeah,
Damon
maybe.
the First was just like a bit of a himbo. Well, that's a bit more of
Who
a
had a
fan
billion
projection.
kids.
But yeah, there's nothing with one woman. Be Stan a faithful king, but no, the Blackfire. It's only really I think Meleys the Monstrous who's explicitly known to have been like an evil,
actual
villainous
monster.
Blackfire. We know nothing about.
And there's also
Hagon the First,
like the one guy who comes
Daemon
and
the Third,
and like makes his case to the council, who Bloodraven kills.
Yeah, he was probably a nice dude.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it sounds like it. He's just going to like make his case.
I think I think I quite like that the Blackfires. The Blackfires like aren't evil, even though all the colors are inverted and they're bastards and their name's Blackfire. They're never, oftentimes they are supported by the corrupt, the xenophobic, the scheming, right? But the Blackfires themselves, apart from Meleys the Monstrous, from what we understand, not that we know much of them, do seem like decent people, and it kind of makes things a bit messier and a bit more,
Yeah, I don't like Meleys the Monstrous for that reason.
That you think it's too villain. I don't mind it being like the Blackfire rebellions have degraded. Oh my god!
Degraded.
Degraded. Oh my god. That family's been degraded to the point where the last male heir is just an evil, monstrous, power-hungry guy.
Yes.
And
my only thing is
any
like
pretensions of nobility have like evaporated.
It feels like almost the Richard III thing, where like this character is like visibly deformed and like the most evil person to ever live, like which Martin often like comments on and twists with like the nature of history and everything, but by all accounts this just seems to like be the thing.
Yeah. It does make me sometimes think, is what we hear about Meleys, is it kind of propaganda? But I don't think it is. I think he is meant to just be like a fun, grotesque, villainous guy,
Especially with
maybe it would have been more interesting to give him a kind of Richard III Shakespeare propaganda vibe. Yeah,
maybe we'll get that in Barristan's chapters. But yeah, especially with like, I don't know if you remember those old notes from the Cushing Library, like back when he was writing the early versions of Tyrion on the Shy Maid. Like the lesson that turned into, in the published text, this lesson about the political parties of Volantis, originally being like about the Band of Nine and the full story of like Meleys killing his cousin and everything. It's It's interesting. I'm again, one of the reasons this is controversial. I am kind of looking forward to Blood and Fire. Not that it's ever going to release. I do want to learn more about the Blackfire rebellions. I do want to learn more about the Band of Nine and the Ninepenny Kings, even if it's written in a slightly dry historical way. I would so much rather have Dunk and Egg stories.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, but no.
But I'm not a hater.
We have a suggestion in the chat from Cuscoful, who's given a lot of super chats today that I do actually quite like as our last prediction here. That being
hit me.
Peak.
Oh,
the presence of Peak.
Say no more. Peak performance. There we go.
Peak performance.
Oh, I changed a previous super chat into that. I didn't mean to do that. Peak performance. Yes. Fire.
Agreed. And it's also like, I think it is pretty likely, given the fact that I see no way that Peak could be included in the Sworn Sword. So if you're going to plant those seeds, it's best to do it here.
It could be anything from a Peak sigil in the background to an actual Peak knight or lord or character of some sort.
So where do we want to place these? I leave that mostly up to you, since you're our guy in the chair.
Okay, well, I think... Yeah.
Someone asks whether Ashford's daughter will get a name. I hope she does. I would imagine that she will. Does Duncan Egg pass the Bechdel test?
Almost definitely not.
Yeah, it's kind of Lord of the Rings situation.
None of them do. No, they're very well. They're with yeah.
Have you seen that? It was a TikTok when I saw it.
With the exception of Swan Sword. Sorry, go on.
Have you seen the like short video? It was a TikTok when I saw it of like every instance in Lord of the Rings when two female characters interact, and it's like a child asking like, "Oh, when will Mama be home?" And then she's shushed, and that's it.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bechdel test is interesting.
It is.
It's because it's half interesting and half kind of irrelevant, depending on
it's interesting. It very much comments on the way stories have kind of traditionally been, in that a lot of these like certain genres, female characters are just kind of left out of entirely, and that's part of what is so great about Ice and Fire. But this story specifically being such a focused story about these two guys at a tournament, which is a very male-dominated place, that just kind of happens.
Yeah, my ex didn't like the concept of the Bechdel test at all.
Huh.
We used to talk about it. I won't go into too much detail, but she was like, she was like, this is a really useless metric through which to view art. But so let's see. No, the Duncan Egg novellas are sausage fests. With no question.
Let's go Northern Sigil. First
for 300.
I would say.
Oh, sorry. I was getting Glider's Jeopardy flashbacks.
Yeah, no.
Third row. Yeah. Northern House Sigil.
Let's say Spring Sickness in the first, then Prophecy Dagger. Yeah, and then those last two, whatever you want.
Let's go with... There we go. Peak performance there. HBO moment there.
God, Rat Hawk Pig is going to sink us.
But it's worth it.
It's such a cool idea, though.
How crazy would it be if there's a flashback of young Dunk and there's literally 3 friends? Maybe if there are 3 friends, I will count that.
I don't know. I might stop you from counting that.
Well, it depends how desperate we are.
And also, this is part of...
There we go.
Part of the fun of this stream, I should tell the people the fun, is that we'll have this bingo card for all of our Dunk and Egg discussion streams. So we'll be able to like add that as like a recurring segment, which I think will be nice.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. Like at the end, right? Like at the end.
Yeah. I think so.
Or at the start, I guess.
Start or maybe start. We'll keep the people interested. Yeah.
No, I think it should be the end. I think we should do a recap, review, discussion, analysis, etc. of the episode after it comes out. Then the end of the stream is the bingo.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Like a fun little outro. And okay, oh my god.
Do we want to rearrange anything? Looking at this now.
Okay. I have just kind of been a bit random with it. Nah.
I think sibling rivalry, we should specify Targ sibling rivalry.
Oh, yes. Well, what other kind of...
I guess the Fossilways aren't siblings. That's a good point.
They're cousins. But I would still put it there anyway. Cousin rivalry.
All right. Well, I think that's all. What are you up to lately? What do you have coming up down the pipeline?
Well, what I have coming up is, and this is a bit of a departure, because obviously I did The Real Roos, and that one was quite successful. There will be Real Ramsey coming out in December, because nothing says Christmas quite like Ramsey. The Goat, and I'll prove Quinn wrong once and for all. But before that, I'm working on a Witcher video, which I want to release tomorrow.
Ooh.
And before anyone gets too excited, it's not an animated Witcher video. It's not a book versus show. It's a commentary track. It's basically me and 2 of my patrons / friends, Cal and Flippy. We binged all 8, over the course of 2 nights, we binged all 8 episodes of The Witcher Season 4, which is very much not good. And I've edited all 8 hours down into 90 minutes of us cracking jokes, rambling, doing analysis, being edgy, being funny, being dumb. It won't be for everyone, because if you're not into The Witcher, fair enough. I imagine, listen, if you haven't watched The Witcher, I'd recommend watch it anyway, as in watch our video anyway, because it's us making fun of Season 4 and talking about why it doesn't work. It's something new for my channel. It's not the kind of thing I usually do, but hey, there we go. It's probably going to flop. It's probably going to be like a small one, but I had lots of fun making it, and especially in this job, you probably agree, Quinn, like sometimes you want to branch out and do something new that you're passionate about, even though you know it won't necessarily get the big
That
bucks.
is
Just
how
'cause
I
it's
feel
like,
about the Mad Men video that I will someday make that I've had scripted for like a year.
Let's go.
Thank you for joining me. All go subscribe to Fantasy Haven. Subscribe to this channel
Please
as well
do.
if you haven't. I have a new video. Since I'm on Canva, I might as well go show the thumbnail if I can find it.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh.
Here we go. It is about Regency, specifically who I think, I'm sure you can tell by the thumbnail, will serve as Tommen's new regent in the Winds of Winter, as well as, I think, the way that that fact kind of influences and changes the trajectory of a lot of fan theories that are commonly discussed. Specifically, I do think that Mace is going to end up as Tommen's regent for a number of reasons. I think that will influence his overall kind of trajectory and downfall there. So I'm very excited. Should be out tomorrow around midday-ish. So keep an eye out for that. It is a fun one. We all love Mace the Ace. That was the subject of our last collaboration, actually. I think I referenced that video. Also, Carl Karstark says, looks like I'm sneaking up on 100,000 subs by New Year's, mayhaps. We'll see. One can hope. By New Year's
He's
would be
10K
great.
ahead of me. He's 10K ahead of me. He's always ahead of me.
Yeah, except that one time, and then you bragged way too much about it and jinxed yourself.
I think it was it Hot DJ?
It was during House of the Dragon.
I like overtook you by like a few hundred, and it's the only time I've ever overtaken you.
Yeah, but it is excellent. I appreciate any and all support in helping me get to that goal line. My internal goal has always been hit 100,000 and get the plaque by the time I have an office for whatever I end up doing in law. So I hope I can get there.
Fire. Your law degree and then a 100K Quinn the GM plaque.
Yeah, that's all the big
Constitution
accomplishments.
Constitution wallpaper like Saul Goodman.
Exactly. I actually just got to. I'm watching Better Call Saul again, and I'm on the last 4 episodes, which are excellent. We shall see.
Well, I'll be starting it once I finish my Breaking Bad rewatch.
I look forward to hearing your thoughts. It's my favorite show of all time. That and The Sopranos.
Okay, I won't. The question I was going to ask is, are you one of those people who claims it's better than Breaking Bad?
Way better.
And you just said, really?
Yes. That's the thing. I rewatched Breaking Bad recently for the first time, I think also since high school, and it held up way better than I expected. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. Because it's obviously fantastic, but I thought it was going to have a fair few more weaknesses. But I do think overall it is not nearly as good. I think Vince Gilligan kind of grows into his own confidence as the series goes on. I think it improves a lot as it goes on for that. But I think there are a lot of elements that are kind of that grow weaker as the series goes on. My biggest surprise on this rewatch was season 5 used to be my favorite. I think it's kind of my least favorite now. But yeah.
Interesting. Wait. For what? Sorry.
For Breaking Bad. Sorry, because I think Walt's a very different character in season 5 than the previous seasons.
Wait. Ooh, season 5's your least favorite.
Yep, last season.
You know that season 1 and 2 exist, right?
I do. HN Films, friend of the channel, is working on a big video about every season of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, and I just recorded I think it's like a 6.5 minute cameo for that, fully discussing why I think there are problems with season 5.
I don't think it's perfect. I don't think any season is perfect. I
think 4 is close.
Show. 4 is close. I'd say 4 is the best and 5th is second best. 2, I think 2 is the weakest. 1 I think is obviously crippled somewhat by the writer's strike, which isn't their fault, but it's a very well-paced, very tightly written series of TV, and it's like good, very good. And then season 2 is like good with really high highs and then a few low lows, usually just in terms of pacing and a few.
Both 2 and 3 have pacing
silly things
issues
that don't need to happen.
I think the first 5 episodes of season 3 are like the weakest in the series in my eyes.
I mean, I'm you know what episode I'm up to? Season 3, episode 1. So
there you go. Well, I hope it's better than I remember.
In fact, you know what? I'm gonna finish off this cursed 90-minute Witcher video tonight, and then maybe binge some Breaking Bad.
Excellent. Well, enjoy. We've ranted enough for the people here. This has turned into a Breaking Bad stream, but thank you all again so much for watching. We will have to do this soon again. If not anytime over the next month or so, we will definitely get into it for Dunkin' Egg in January. Do you have anything else to add?
Kenny just got here.
Who did?
Kenny just got here.
No! Well, Kenny, you got some Easter eggs earlier on in the stream. You can go watch all that. But
I want to say thanks to Adam of Holland. It's not a super chat, just Quinn and Haven are the best A Song of Ice and Fire duo ever. Glad I could catch you guys before work. Thanks, that's very kind of you. We're not the best ever.
I was going to say, we're not my favorite A Song of Ice and Fire duo.
No. We are Timu, Glides, and Shrifty.
Yeah. But thank you all again for watching. We will see you very soon. Goodbye, everyone.
Let's live stream more. Bye, everyone. Goodbye.
We will. Absolutely.
See ya.
Bye. We are clear.
Okay.
That was really fun. We should do a Breaking Bad live